And greetings, my ladies and gentlemen. I've decided to make a series of videos on E3 2019, and the first one is this, the Battletoads Backlash, as I'm calling it. What you're seeing here is taken a few days ago as of recording this, and yes, 5.9k likes to 12k dislikes. That is not good. Yes, the gameplay reveal. We had a teeny tiny teaser in E3 2018, which I got ridiculously hyped for, and I'm still kind of hyped for. I will reveal my full opinions towards the end of this video, but many people were shocked by this. They were not prepared, and even I was taken aback a bit. People hate the animation. They hate the look. They're freaking out. They're screaming "Call Arts!" and "Teen Titans Go!" which kicks ass, and I'll fight anyone to death about that. But one of the biggest bones of contention is the Dark Queen. And you're seeing now the actual footage that has caused this stir and backlash. Well, eagle-eyed viewers caught a teeny tiny half-second glimpse of the Dark Queen who came in because, you see, over that year, I was starting to get a bit concerned halfway through because I thought, Delilah, I tried contacting Delilah and they've been ignoring me ever since. I was like, you guys aren't going to do anything to our Dark Queen, are you? Are you? And, a lot of people were, when they saw this, and specifically when they saw that eagle-eyed footage, they kind of like, oh dear. I mean, first of all, they can't stand this look, which I've come to terms with, I guess, but what you're seeing now is the space dominatrix, the Dark Queen, her imperial booby majesty, and people love her. She's the 80s and 90s, metal and rock to the core. But in this new Battletoads, this is her now. Well, they deboobed her. They deboobed her, quite frankly. Now, I'm not a boob man. I'm a leg guy, and I like girls in tights and boots. I like them covered. I hate nudity, and you may not believe me, but I do. I really don't find nudity attractive at all. I guess I'm weird. I love goth girls, though. And this girl looks like a goth girl. And she's got the gloves and everything, so that's kinky and hot to me. I love girls in little uniforms. But she does kind of feel off. It's odd. And the Dark Queen is a beloved antagonist for many people. Girls want to be her, guys just want her. And it caused a bit of a stir, to say the least. Hence those 12k downvotes. Now, as I've thought long and hard about this, I saw what I'm showing now, which is this 12 minutes, I don't think it's the full 12 minutes I've put on here, but gameplay. Solid gameplay, which, when you can't see these things and play them in person, it's very easy from that half-minute reveal to freak out and jump to conclusions of all kinds. For instance, many people were screaming, soy boy, cat arts, Teen Titans Go, and all this kind of what have you. And, they do have some validity. I do think so. But, when I watched, for instance, a big guy in a community that loves to rag and hate on everything that isn't up to par with what he likes, this guy named Ethan Van Skype, I think, Comics Pro Secrets, his YouTube channel. He's very big and very proud of himself. And all the power to you, but I don't want to be part of that group. When I listen to his ravings and rantings and soy boy, what's this? Oh, this isn't Battletoads. Guys, let's be real here. Microsoft Studios doesn't have much faith in Battletoads. They think it's a joke. Rare themselves are kind of like, man, they want to do Sea of Thieves for a decade more. So, they're not interested in Battletoads. So, Delilah, the tiny little indie studio, they've been interested in it. And they came to them with this idea. And at first I was a little kind of reserved on the look myself, but really, I'm legally blind, so really colorful games like this with simplistic designs, I really love that because I can actually see the bloody things. And these colors, these are vintage 90s colors, man. This is very much that neon pink, blue, punk kind of thing that the 90s had going for it. And as far as the whining and moaning about the animation quality, I'm hoping if you can see this over 10-minute odd video clip, these are some pretty damn good animations. I'm sorry, but they're pretty sweet. And they aren't, and you can see just there, like Pimple, he did an attack where spikes came out of his back and he smacked into the enemies, And Pimple, the big brown guy, he's my favorite. And you can see that they've really animated his movements really well in his character, that he looks like he's got power in those punches, and I really love that. The way he walks, he's got a real distinct look and feel from the other guys who are so much smaller and faster than him. And that's a quality stuff. I mean, I think it's pretty dang cool. People were moaning, saying, oh my god, it's not violent enough. Guys, the original Battletoads wasn't insanely violent. You're just thinking of Battletoads Arcade, which, by the way, didn't do well. I mean, that's the thing, right? People make fun of Battletoads. Countless big YouTube gaming channels, these guys there, they're Battletoads. What's that? Because they were just these, like, idiots who aren't real fans. So, like, if you're a real Battletoad fan, you're a minority of a minority, man. And hey, I'm a Japanese Canadian with, 3 nipples, tattoos, and who's legally blind. So I know what it's like to be a minority, baby. Trust me on that. And I also heard that apparently one of the animators is actually a feller who worked on Earthworm Jim. And when I thought that, it's like, whoa, wait a minute, Earthworm Jim, that's what these guys are looking like. And that's pretty damn cool, because Earthworm Jim rocks. And that's pretty cool, man. So, like, watching this video, I found, for me, it really reassured me on it, because actually watching a longer clip, you can have a better idea of what it looks like, what it's going to feel like. And I think it's shaping to be pretty damn cool. Just about everyone who actually played this hands-on at E3, they got great reviews of it. So everyone who's only taken a quick look, say, for instance, from the reveal clip, they're the ones bitching and moaning, going, cowards, oh my god, SJW, oh my god, what'd you do to my queen, what did you do to my boys? Well, maybe you need to watch this video and actually settle down a bit and take it into perspective. Because again, my point there was that Microsoft Studios is not going to put tons of money into the Battletoads. I wish they would. I wish they'd see it as a number one thing for them. Like, I wish they did it with Banjo-Kazooie already, but they haven't. They're focused on putting all their money to Gears and Halo and those boring franchises. I hate realistic-looking graphics, the so-called AAA look. I hate that look. I'm sorry, man. I will take this over that anytime. So I've totally come around. And, I doubt Delilah Studios will watch this, because they seem to kind of cut me off about half a year ago and have never written back. And I posted about saying, like, is this the Dark Queen? And I don't think they're handling criticism well. If by any chance anyone from Delilah or Rare even sees this, I mean, I am on board on this, guys. I really am. This is not a negative video on it. It may seem like it initially, but I'm just fooling the haters, I guess. I'm pumped for this, man. I hate living in misery and hate, and maybe some of you love it, like Ethan Van Skypewauer and his friends, but I don't, man. I've been through enough in my life, and I am seriously pumped for Battletoads. I've been pumped for over a year. I love these guys. I love the art of animation, and I don't think this is bad, especially if you can actually watch it for a good length of time. Like, again, like Pimple's movements. That's awesome. You feel a real sense of power in his attacks. I think it's doing a good job. There's a real fun sense of humor here. It reminds me of a lighthearted aspect of the 1990s, which aren't all grit and violent. You must not have been raised and grown up in the 90s, because I sure did. I sucked up a ton of pop culture in those days. The guy they're fighting now, he totally looks like a relative of Bebop from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like this, it fits in really well, especially the blues and the pinks. This is very 90s, the look-wise, and I'm cool with that. I really am. I'm excited for this. So I was pumped to, once this was revealed, and once they're gonna officially lend out more and more information to follow it closely, and I am gonna do that. So if you want to watch my channel, I am gonna do that, and I'd love to hear your thoughts and views on this too, and I hope you can follow with me, and maybe you'll get excited for this too. Maybe you were disappointed in one of those ones that downvoted 12K likes, and maybe I hope this can make you think more about it and maybe even change your mind on it, because we still don't have it in our hands yet. I'm a firm believer of just having your hands and then having a proper review on it, not screaming from the rooftops like, oh my god, it's CalArts. This is not CalArts, that nebulous term of hate that people have given a lot of animated shows these days. This is new Battletoads, people. There's going to be a new storyline. It's actually going to even factor in the fact that they've been out of the loop for so many years, which just sounds fun and interesting. And like I said, again, I must reiterate this. This is a niche of niche things, unfortunately. Most people find this a joke and are not going to support it. Whereas this little studio Delilah were like, yeah, we got this new idea. And, I'm a firm believer in iterations, new takes on things. And the Battletoads always originally were a comic book thing. They weren't always just dark and gritty and violent. Anywho, well, that's my thoughts on it. And the geckos are in this video because I've become obsessed with leopard geckos and crested geckos. So leave a like and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments. And have I changed your mind, or do you hate it, want to burn it, kill it with fire? Let me know. I'll see you later.